I'm going back in time. I always enjoy going back in time. This time I'm going back 8 weeks, almost 2 whole months, to try once again this Royal Salute Peated Blend 21-year-old from Chivas Regal. Chivas Regal. I haven't had anything to drink yet, and I'm already mixing up my words. It was pointed out to me earlier today that I said Don Juan rather than Don Julio tequila, but I don't know much about tequila anyway. It's not my drink of choice. So I made a mistake. And it was, I think, 7 drams in at that time when I made that mistake. I think I was still quite articulate, but anyway. Yeah, this is one that Lisa and I tried 8 weeks ago. And we were not that impressed. Either it didn't open up much, or there wasn't much going on there, or something. But for one reason or another, it did not strike us as worth the $237 that it cost me when I bought it. I mean, it has a nice box with fancy artwork in it and everything, but is this just one of those, I guess, luxury whiskeys that, oh, it looks impressive on the shelf, but there's not much in it? Is it a whiskey for non-whiskey drinkers? I'm going to find out. I'm going to try it again. I have had a dram or two over the last 8 weeks, I must admit. And I didn't really pay much attention to it. I didn't really do anything analytic, or I didn't go into details. But I'm going to try it now as my first whiskey of the night, and I'm going to see what I think of it. And yes, I even have a spoon, but adding any water to 40% alcohol by volume whiskey would make it not be whiskey anymore, wouldn't it? I mean, 40% is the lowest that you're allowed to have and call it whiskey. Would it become something other than whiskey if I added water to it? Good question. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try this on the nose. On the nose, I'm getting mostly fruity. Fruity with a hint of tar, a hint of peat, a hint of smoke. But mostly, what I'm getting on my nose is fruity. I would even go to venture as far as saying that it smells a little bit sweet. Hopefully it's not as sweet as it was on the neck pour, because on the neck pour, both Lisa and I agreed that it was too sweet. It was not right. Also sweeter than I remember the regular 21 Gun Salute Chivas Regal 21. I might have to get another 21 and compare, but at over $200. What you're paying for, friends, is the number 21 right here on the label. That's what you're paying for. For that reason, I don't get too many whiskeys with that age statement. 18 years old is even stretching it a little bit. Although I have tried a number of 18-year-old whiskeys, particularly in the year 2018, or at least that was my goal at the time. Wow, it's already 5 years since the end of the year 2018. It's going fast, my friends. It's going fast. Okay. That hasn't changed much. It's a hint of peat, some fruitiness. Can I distinguish between orchard fruits and stone fruits? No, at this point I can't. It's just a vague fruitiness and a hint of smoke and tar. Not much on the nose, really. I'm going to just take a sip of water. Did I forget to take my pills earlier? Yes, I did. Oh, I forgot to take my pills. What a shame. See, I'm diabetic, and when did I have my last meal? Oh, a few hours ago. But I will have some oatcakes, so that's okay. I can do this. Okay, I'm about 4 hours late taking my pills. I hope that's not a crime. And I might as well take some omega-3 fatty acids. See, I am looking after my health. There, we got the fish oil down. And some water in my beard. I would not recommend growing a beard this long because water gets trapped in it. And in the mustache too. I'm debating whether I should trim this or not. If you care, you can leave it in the comments. Doesn't matter to me. I'm going to do what I'm going to do anyway, right? Okay. Once again, fruity, a little bit smoky on the palate. It has a slippery alkaline mouthfeel. And I'm tasting right now some fruits, a little bit of chocolate, and the peat it's not very peated. It's, if anything, a little bit earthy. Do that again. Okay. Fruits. The fruits are like peaches and apricots. And a little bit of apple and pear in there for good measure. An earthy peat with notes of chocolate. And it doesn't get heavily peated. It's a light, easygoing, earthy peat. It's not very phenolic. It's not very bonfire-y. It's not very medicinal. It's just, and I would get, if the peat was heavy, I would definitely taste citrus, either lemon or lime, but I'm not getting much, a little bit of citrus, yeah, maybe a little bit of orange, but not a heavy citrus, a little bit of orange in the peat, and it's an earthy peat. It's a down to dirt peat, and not overpowering. It's well balanced, actually. This would not be my first choice, but it is a little more complex than it was on the neck pour. It's a little better, a lot better than it was on the neck pour. I don't know whether this or The 18 would be my favorite Chivas Regal. I will have to get back to that. Maybe I'll get another bottle of the regular 21 if I feel rich, and maybe compare the three side by side. I don't know. Is it worth doing so? This is a nice whiskey. I think it would appeal to people who are not whiskey drinkers, unless you hate peat. If you hate peat, even the mild peat in this might turn you off. But if you're open to something new and something different, this is well balanced. This is right. This is quite pleasant. It is not bad for the first whiskey of the night. Is it worth $237? I guess we each have to make our decisions based on that. I just wanted to try it. And when I saw Adam Bradshaw from the Strath Liquor Store advertising or saying that he had some, he made a video here on YouTube, and he said that he had some. So right away, I got off my can and went down there and got me a bottle. Because would I get this opportunity again to have this? Royal Salute 21, the peated, I think it says peated version there, yeah, peated. The peated blend. I think I still have most of the flagon. I think the level is down to about here. So that's not bad. We still have plenty. I don't know if it's going to open up anymore, but it has opened up some since we tried it. And it is not as sweet as it was on the neck pour, which I'm thankful for. Slancheva.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Yeah.